practice your writing and your reading skills.
So guys, now we are live on YouTube. But now I'm gonna split you in small rooms. Can I do it? Break up rooms.
So, guys, in the small rooms, please introduce yourselves and choose a leader. The leader will make the conversation flow, ask the questions, and that's it.
That's it. So go ahead.
Do you delete one room?
No, I don't delete the room. I have to.
Yeah, you must delete one room. So I will close all the rooms.
Why? Why do I have to?
Because if you don't do it, you will be by yourself here. So you need to delete one room. Sorry, guys. Just
now I remember this problem. No, everybody do the same.
Yeah, it always happens.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for remembering me.
Is it okay? You forgot to delete the room? Yeah, okay. I know how it feels.
Man.
Just to add some emotion to the conversation.
Yeah. Just because I'm very nervous, so.
Yesterday, I put a time on the breakout rooms, and in 30 minutes, I bring everyone back to the main room. It was terrible.
So I think.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, guys, sorry. You know, my first time in the back office, so I'm still handling all this technology, you know. So I think it's right. Yeah.
Okay, right now.
Yeah, I think it works. I don't know.
Can I go to the small room, or do you want I still here?
If you, I think you can stay here, you know, just to, because I don't know what can happen.
Okay.
So I think you can see the participants of this room.
Yeah, I think you delete the. Yeah, you are all here. It's okay.
So guys, good evening. Good evening again, you know. Sorry for this problem. Sorry for this problem. So now, this night, we're gonna to discuss about how did we and why, how should we start to discuss about politics. So for the people that is watching us on YouTube, my name is Endo Miller. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Goiânia, but living in Campinas. Guys, can present yourselves as well. Leo, please.
Hey guys, good evening. My name is Leonardo Alves. I am 26 years old. I live in São Paulo, but I was born in Belém do Pará, and I'm also a host here, and my meeting is on Wednesday at 10 p.m.
Thanks. And you, Ana Beatriz?
Hey guys, I'm Anna. I'm from São Paulo. I'm also a host here on TNT. Yeah, it's a pleasure always being here.
And you, Jonas?
Hi, I am Jonatas. I'm from Rio Grande do Sul. I am 31 years old, and I am teacher.
Thanks. How about you, Wellington?
Hey guys, good evening. My name is Wellington. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Espírito Santo. My city's name is Guarapari, and I've been here for 4 months. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks. And how about you, Valdir? You're muted. You have to put your audio on. The microphone.
Yes, yes. I live in Manaus. We're from Miracema, Tocantins. And my name is Valdir Carvalho. É isso.
Thanks. You're welcome. So let's start the conversation. You know, the first question, do you remember your first contact with politics discussion? How it was? Who was your start? Serena? You're mute.
This always happens. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, I think you didn't present yourself or
No,
so
but it's not relevant. Serena is my name. I'm a host here also on TNT. You know, I'm not that interesting, so let's jump to the questions. So, if I remember my first contact, no. I mean, I don't remember the first time I talked about it, but I feel like I have this when I was very young, because I can't remember. It's like a long time ago. It was fun, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember, but I think it's fun because I keep doing this and talking about this, so I kind of like it. So I think it was a good experience, despite the fact that I don't remember, but it was a good experience.
Yeah, great. Thanks. How about you, Jonathan?
I think I started to talk about politics when at school, during my high school, because here in Rio Grande do Sul was normal have strikes at schools. And when I was at high school, among students and teachers was normal talk about this strike and together about politics. For me, was very important.
Yeah, very interesting this attitude. How about you, Leo?
Yeah, my first contact with politics, I think it was my parents talk about the corruptions and talk better things about the government and stuff like that. But I don't remember exactly when it was.
Thanks. How about you, Wellington?
Yes, I do remember. It was 12 years ago. I remember that I didn't know exactly what politics was, and yeah, I felt a little confused, and also I remember then I was walking to the place where we used to vote, and yeah, that's all. I didn't know a lot of about politics, It was a little strange for me, weird.
Yeah, it's good. And you, Valdir?
Na verdade, é a primeira vez que eu tô entrando numa live dessa e, assim, eu não sabia que tinha um tema e aí eu não sei falar muito. Então, o que eu sabia falar, né, eu falei aí no início, aí hoje mesmo, acho que eu prefiro só mais ouvir do que falar, porque eu não sei muito.
Amazing. Yeah, feel free to do what you think is better. If you just listen, it's good for you because you can, comprehend a bit more, improve your English listening. So it's important as well.
Yeah, and if you want to talk something, you can just sign and unmute your microphone and you can participate. There's no problem.
Yeah, amazing. So let's go to the second question. When in life do you consider the time to start to discuss about politics and why? Very good question. What do you think, Jonathan?
I think there is an age to start to talk about politics. I think each age there is a way to talk about. I teach history and with children I use a way different than when I teach teenagers, for example. The subjects are different. And I think since, I don't know how to say, desde cedo, I believe is important to talk about, but each age have a different way.
Yeah, it's good because you're working, with it, so you can see, with your eyes how the development. How about you, Wellington? What do you think?
So I think it's in high school time, because in this time the teenagers already had the idea of what politics is, and they can be prepared for the vote and be prepared for take your own decisions. Yeah, I think it's a good time in high school.
Amazing. And you, Leo, what do you think?
I think since when we were child, we started to discuss politics, even if we don't know. And I think it's really important since the childhood we start to develop the critical thoughts in your child. So it's a really a good beginning to start to teach politics. So I think since the childhood, it is really good.
Yeah, I agree with you. How about you, Serena?
I agree with Jonathan and Leo. I think we should start teaching politics for our kids since they are very young. Give me a minute. Since they are young, because it's never too young to learn something that is very important and gonna stay with them for the rest of their life. So I think we just have to adapt the language we have to use, but it's very appropriate.
Amazing.
Excuse me.
And
I remember I had a co-worker and who used history with children's. The story's name was the animal selection. The children's can vote in one animal. It was a brincadeira and very important and had a deep meaning for the children.
yeah, it's amazing game, you know. I'm thinking here, you know, it's interesting to attend the TNT because I learned a lot and I'm talking different things, you know, about this question. So I'm really thinking right now. So sometimes I think because you are a teacher of history, you know, when we start to think about the history facts, you know, try to link that was political facts as well, you know, and maybe link with the nowadays, you know, the political situation nowadays, so we can understand how the countries, you know, work to make the battles or something like this, you know, to take the power, you know, advance in something like this. Very, very good to think about. So let's move forward. The third question: who should introduce youngsters on political discussions? Parents or schools? If there are another institution, you can also add. Wellington, please.
Sorry, guys. I don't know exactly, but I think this school is more prepared to teach the children about politicas because they have an instruction, you know, and the kids have their own language, you know, the way they know and understand the things, and we have to be prepared to teach them about everything.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. How about you, Jonathan?
I think there isn't uh, about school or family. I prefer the school, of course. But if the family want to teach and talk about politics, no problem. For me,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a hard decision, isn't it? The family talk about politics without fight, you know. But well, I think it works, you know. It's a kind of thing that we have to learn how to do it, you know. It's not something that we born, you know. Oh, I know how to speak about politics and something like this. What do you think, Serena?
I think it's very complicated, but I think it should be both. You know, if the parents feel prepared enough to do this, at least they have to create an environment that is open to discuss this kind of thing. Because we don't have to let all the responsibility over the teachers. Because if you learn something in school, your home is the better place for you to practice. So talk to your parents may help you to understand. And as parents, I don't know if I'm talking shit because I don't have kids, but if I have one someday, I intend to do that. You know, because we can teach politics in many different ways and make this a normal thing for our future generation, you know, because we have so many problems right now because we was raising in a way that we parents don't talk about politics, we don't learn to understand or have this habit to talk about it. So I think it's a very good way to change that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we are changing. I think it's a problem to change like this. You know, we are passing, but that's it. The world, the history.
It's worth to try, you know. It's something that we.
Yeah, absolutely. Valdir, if you want to add something, you know, feel comfortable to say something, go ahead. So, guys, let's move the fourth question. We often see quotes saying that politics are in everywhere. Would identifying another way to talking about politics the best approach to start those discussions? What do you think, Wellington?
I didn't understood the question. Sorry. Can you explain to me?
Yeah, if you identify another way to discuss politics and the best approach, you know, the good way to talk about, to initiate a conversation about it.
Okay. I think nowadays we are kind of, I don't know how to say, separados and two sides, you know, and any discourse about politics can bring, uh, you know, um, I don't know how to say this is the word in English. Um, Fighting, you know, and something like that. Because I think because we uh, don't receive the right um, knowledge when we are more younger, and now we can't sit down together and discuss about politics without fighting each other. That is really bad to everyone because politics is, for me, politics is you will be able to sit with another one and discuss, you know, free, and you can hear another, listen another person, understand them, and share your ideas, and we both um, get in a place on in a decision, you know. And nowadays, the better way to do that is when you you can find another one that can listen you without judge your opinions and talk to you and share your opinions without you judging. And again, you know, I think the better way is that.
Yeah, good, good. How about you, Jonathan? What do you think?
I believe the politics is in everything, and and I would like the people learn more about politics. It's good for the world is good for the country. But sometimes the people speak about politics, but don't know that are speaking about, because politics is inside the very many things. But I think is good. I use examples with the people at school. What you talking about, what you thinking is politics also.
Yeah, I agree with you. How about you, Serena? What do you think?
I don't know. I think it depends the kind of situation, you know, because when I think about how can I have a conversation about politics, I always consider where I am, you know. So if I'm teaching this to someone, I think this a good example, it brings to something that is close to the reality of the person that the person can understand. But if I'm having a discussion with a friend, maybe a table on a bar it's enough. So I think it's very related with the environment and the condition. So for me, it's very complicated to restart this kind of conversation with someone if I don't have a good excuse. So I don't have many ideas about that.
Yeah, I agree with you all. You know, I'm just trying to connect the all ideas because was very good. But maybe thinking in what Wellington said, something like, it's interesting that we have to learn how to handle with the difference, without judging. Just we are doing right now with English, So we are learning a skill, and politics is a skill as well. So have to, overcome this difference. That kind of, sometimes we feel the politics like a team, that you have to fight, always fight, to defend, and you can't change your mind, but you have to overcome this idea. So
Yeah, yeah. I
balance.
think most of the time we try to convince the another one that we are right and they are wrong. I think our opinion have to be enough to us. Don't try to change the another minds.
Yeah, totally. Is a lot of ego, involved in this discussion. Only, so it's very hard to, to have a good conversation, an easy conversation.
What I do with the people that are close to me is that we always try to find a gray area, When we disagree on something, we're trying to find other points that we agree. So that is what makes us bring us together and makes us strong to change things, I think it's a very good exercise. Once we did this in a English class, and the thematic wasn't about politics. Actually, it was a course for debate. We are learning techniques to create a debate, which is very useful in politics. And in one of the techniques, we had this point when we have to find common points to create an agreement. So I think this is a very good way to teach politics, by the way, and to train this kind of skills. It's very fun.
Total political behavior, this.
Yeah.
Amazing. So guys, let's move forward. We have a lot of questions. Question number 5. Do you think that politics should be more debated? Do you agree that we only discuss politics once in each 2 years? You can start, Jonathan, please.
I think here in Brazil, the people have a short memory about the last election, 2 years ago. And I think it's important to discuss more, but with agreement, without violence. I don't know how to say violência verbal, but with agreement and be polite in discussion.
Yeah, totally agree. We always have to do it, with anything, any position, any idea. What do you think, Wellington?
Sorry, guys, I was doing something here. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, for sure. Do you think that politics should be more debated? Do you agree that we only discuss about politics once in each 2 years?
Yeah, I think it's something normal when there are more, more people talking about it, because we are moving to this direction. We have to vote in this year, and it's something normal, but it's something I think it's a mistake that we made, and yeah, I think we should more. I think nowadays we have more advice. We have more ways to find information and to be, in, por dentro. I don't know how to say, of the subject and learn about. So yeah, the one thing that I think we don't have to do is confuse two things, political and democracy, because it's something different. No, it's both work together, but it's different. No, yeah, that's all.
Great. How about you, Serena?
Yes, I think we should discuss politics more because, as I said before, if we don't do this, we grow up, without knowing stuff that is very important for us, especially because we live in society. So politics is something that is like inevitable connected with that. And about the second part, let me see if I can find. Oh, I'm not even sure that we debate politics once in a year. I think we just talk about elections, which is something very different, because we never have this discussion when we evaluate, because discussion means that you're paying attention, that we're listening, that we're learning, and that you're trying to understand, and then we're going to make a decision and have a statement. Usually people just read fake news on WhatsApp and say, oh, that's it. So I'm not sure if you have a discussion even in this kind of times of the year, but it should be very important if you had some quality discussions about it. I think we'll be better in a better situation right now if we have this kind of thing. So I'm not gonna say that it's proving my point, but it's proving my point.
Yeah, good point. I'm thinking here the cause, the cause of this behavior, because sometimes I think it's something like procrastination. We procrastinate to talk about politics because we don't believe that it will affect us, affect us. So we procrastinate, when the elections come near, it's going near. I start, I have to see something, I have to find some politics and try to read more about. It's funny.
We are raised that way, in every election. I'm guarantee you're always gonna find someone who doesn't even know the candidates. They're going to decide in front of the cabin election. So that is craziness. I mean, I'm not judging the person because I understand, but it's crazy that it still happens in this time of the year that we're living, you know. We should normalize, we should talk more about that and have discussions, like a real discussion, and learn and teach and this kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Valdir, are you understanding the conversation? Like? If you like, you can say something. You have to unmute your microphone.
Agora.
Yeah, you can
Então,
is if you want, you know, if you are understanding.
Understanding. Eu entendo um pouco, só que não dá, o nível de vocês estão muito acima, então eu entendo algumas frases, mas para mim falar, eu travo muito, entende? Aí por isso que hoje é a primeira experiência, aí eu estou só vendo aqui vocês conversation.
Yeah, no problem, because you know, continue to attend in TNT, you know, and you're gonna learn the words, you know, how to say what you want, you know, to have a good conversation. In the beginning it's hard, but you know, we are here to learning. So guys, let's move forward. The sixth question. Regarding the present times, do you think the population is more or less engaged in political subjects? What do you think, Jonathan?
I think nowadays the population is more engaged, yes, because we have internet. Sometimes internet is a big problem because of the fake news. For this reason, if the people are on the right track with the discussion, it is another history. But yes, I think nowadays the people talk more about politics.
Yeah, good. And you, Serena, what do you think?
For me, hard to say because I don't know how to measure that, because sometimes I feel like I live in a bubble when everyone in my bubble likes to talk about it. So it's very complicated for me to take a position about that. I mean, I have this kind of impression, you know, that people are getting more involved, but I ask myself, okay, people in general is getting more involved, or I'm still in my bubble when everyone gets involved. So I don't know, but I truly hope that everyone is getting more involved, because we're living some very crazy times. It should be very important. So I honestly don't know.
Yeah. How about you, Wellington? What do you think?
So I think the people today is more, you know, with more information than the last years. Because one thing I think bring another thing, like when today we have more access on information. So when I start to vote 12 years ago, we don't have so much information. like today. And that's why I think the people today are more involved in political subject than before. If today appears some new about a president or about some of the power, someone everyone can see or search for in any device. It's something easy to do. It's different than years ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking, it's a kind of, I have a lot of insight, listen you guys talk about it, because at the same time we have a lot of information, but sometimes, it seems to me that we are doing the same thing, think that you have to study more history, history about the world, history about the country, that you can we don't have a memory about it, so it's a kind of weird, because you have information, but you don't know how to handle with the information, and
Yeah.
how to use the information to help you, in this thing.
Yeah, I think that to have having information doesn't mean you have knowledge.
Yeah,
That's
it's a kind of
different. Yeah,
contrasting, position. I really, really.
but the information can evolve in the same way. By the way.
Yeah.
But then we have the problem that Jonathan's mentioned before. I think it was Jonathan mentioning, how fake informations can make things complicated. We also had a TNT that we talked about knowledge and information, stuff like that. What's very
Yeah.
interesting and funny, by the way. It wasn't because I was the hostess, but it was very good. But I agree, it's very complicated.
Yeah. So let's move. Question number 7. What benefits do you consider that people can obtain discussing politics since they were young? Wellington.
That is very hard. Oh my gosh. I think the people can be more in the game, and help more your city, your community, your neighborhood, when you know about what's going on in your city or in your state or in your country, it's more easy to take a decision and vote or no vote and talk about and choose better the leaders of in your environment or your country. And yeah, so I think that is the most important thing, because we have to see that they are work for us and not in another way,
Yeah. How about you, Jonathan? What do you think?
I agree with Wellington. And I believe the most important is transform information into knowledge. I think is very hard, because to make this is necessary have be mature, and without mature it's hard to transform formation and have knowledge, because it's different. With knowledge, if you have knowledge, make connections between the things in your mind, you don't believe in fake news.
Good point. And you, Serena, what do you think?
I think about the benefits, it's a lot because people can get more conscious about how society works, how power relation works, because politics is related with both of these things. And when you know something and you understand, even that it's not something that you love to talk about, you can understand better how is your role, because if you live in society that is when everything is political, everyone has a role. And if you can understand how you can participate, how you can articulate, how you can help to change things, I think it's very important because of that. So this is many benefits in one thing, and I think how more things you know, more powerful you are, because I think knowledge is powerful. So for me, this is how I say things. That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, when you are young, kind of you learn, because what is political? It's the art of to manage people, manage difference, So you have
Yes.
to learn how to say something, you have to explain, you have to learn how to listen carefully, the difference, the manage it, to handle problems, so solve problems, so you kind of grow up smart, in our as well, because you see a lot of situation. So I know some people that is like this, so it's amazing.
Yes. And there's a lot of things that we teach, especially for kids, that we can relate it to politics and say, hey guys, this is kind of things talk to each other, because when we talk about listen to each other and respect, and then there's a lot of things related to empathy, related to responsibility, related to be gentle. And these are all qualities that all guys here once related to politicians. So it's not easy, to teach this kind of thing. When a kid manipulates her parents that they see as a figure of power to let them do something, this is kind of doing a politics, You're articulating something in your behave, even in your environment. So it's in everywhere. It's not complicated. It can be complicated, but it's not that hard. So we just need to be open mind and take off all their prejudice about this, and just say, okay, let's talk about this, let's learn about this. It's could be fun, I guess.
Amazing. Totally agree with you. Totally agree. Amazing point. Hi guys. Hi again. How was the conversation, guys? Did you enjoy this conversation about politics? A lot of insight at night. Did you answer all the questions or not? No.
Not even close.
Yeah. So go ahead, Gustavo.
Yeah, it was really nice. I think we should talk more about this because the time passed so fast. In all the meetings this week, we couldn't barely answer like half of the questions. So it was really great.
Yeah. Do you think we become politics?
Yes, we are talking about
this
it.
week.
You know what's funny, because we were talking that politics, when we talk about politics, people say, oh, this is boring, this make me upset, but I think that after the week of TNT, the political week, everybody next year you'll say, oh, let's talk about politics, so people will get like happy about that, because we like build a different way of thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, anyone wants to add something, interesting for us?
I'd like to make I don't know, a quick votation. Guys, give thumbs up if you believe that vote should not be mandatory. Can you do it?
I'm sorry, what?
Give thumbs up if you think that vote should not be mandatory. I don't know. I just
Okay.
would like to hear your opinion. Do you think it should or not?
And I really don't know.
There's a tricky question. I
Yes,
like to
should
understand.
not be mandatory.
I do not. I don't want to participate in research. Sorry.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, we have from Fred Hayes, not. Thank you, Fred.
I don't
I
know.
didn't get the question.
Yeah, me too.
Do you think that vote should not be mandatory? Okay, Julio also said yes. Okay, so
It's because
Yeah, I think nowadays I agree with this, sentence. I think nowadays no, because as everybody know, because nowadays there are some people they exchange the vote, by like
yes.
money or other things.
this
So
happened
if
every
we build
this
like,
beginning of time.
so
Yeah.
I think at the moment I agree.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you,
Yeah,
Gustavo.
I have to think a bit more about it, but it's interesting, because even with problems, I think it's the best way that we have, and we have a little force to do something, and some hard question.
Okay.
Guys, thanks for this question. No, I'm thinking a lot. Maybe I want to sleep as well.
É aquilo. Vou ver e te aviso.
Yeah.
We
Need
should
some
have
time.
a TNT about it to think,
Yeah, amazing idea. So guys, our time runned out, very fast, because it's very good to stay with you, to talk with you. It's always a pleasure to stay here. So many faces that I already know, that I consider friends as well. So guys, thank you for attending this TNT, and do not forget that we are passing by a big problem, in our world. So wash your hands, maintain social distancing, and stay at home if you can. So that's it, guys. Good night.
Yeah, guys, please remember to answer the feedback.
Yeah, answer the feedback if you like the conversation. I'll give us some advice or some idea if you want, if you like or not.
The feedback will be we could put which name? Your name?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
a really
really
good
don't know
question.
if there is.
Yeah, you can put the name of Wellington,
Yeah.
It's a good technique because if you guys want to say bad things, it's in Wellington's name.
Yeah, that's right. If
Can be anonymous, so
yeah, if
feel
the
free.
opinion is bad, can put my name. It's a good opinion, can put the Wellington's name.
No, we are doing this joke.
Oh my
but
gosh, we're still
it's
live
really,
and I'm talking shit.
it's really important because TNT is made to you. So we need to know your opinion about it to improve it to you.
Yeah, I got it, Leo. I agree. Guys, we are live on YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Bye, guys. Thanks for attending.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.